Hi everyone, welcome to practice video 5. This one is going to be in my kitchen so I can show you kind of some of the things I talk about that you can do in your daily life. So again, these moves, you could do them as a little routine or like write them down on a post-it, stick it on your fridge and kind of just do them hanging out in your kitchen. I'm doing these with a half dome, so if you've got one, use that. Otherwise, you can use a rolled up towel, rolled up yoga mat, or even do these without the dome and you'll be fine. Maybe not the calf stretch so much, but a book is also good. So the first thing we're going to do actually is just, I'm going to start with just a little side bend, just a little pull and a little roll down, a little wrist pull, a little side bend. I'll have to soften my knees and then I'll have to just kind of roll the spine a little bit. Beautiful. You can do that as many times as you want. I'm going to keep moving on so this doesn't take forever. And I'm just doing kind of some slow twists and reaches. So it's really slow. I'm kind of letting that twist spiral from my feet all the way up through my legs and hips and ribs, but I'm keeping it more controlled because if I were swinging my arms around, obviously that would not work well in this setting. But I'm doing that kind of little swing, little reach, little swing, little reach. Actually feels really nice. Breathing softly into the ribs. And then this is a great move to do in your kitchen. We're going to drop your hands onto some countertop size or another. You're going to walk back. You're not going to see my back half, but we're doing that hip hinge where your sit bones are kind of flared open to the back wall. And we're dropping, basically just dropping your chest between your arms. You are not really sagging like you're doing a cow stretch. You're not doing this. You're lifting a little bit up the ribs from the floor. And you're sort of letting everything, even with that little lift, drop a little bit so your hands press in and you get this wonderful stretch in your upper spine and shoulders. Again, you can hang out as long as you want. I'm going to keep moving on. One other thing you can do though is take one hand, lay it on top of the other, do the same thing, let it be a bit more of a side bend. All right, so after you do that, we kind of open up the upper body a bit. You'll come onto your dome. You're going to start with your right foot. And we're just going to do a calf stretch. Again, I'm going to do this short. You can pause the video or, just write it down and remember to do it without watching the video. You're going to take your nice little calf stretch. Your hip, outer knee, outer ankle going to be lined up on that back leg. This foot can be, or on the leg that's on the dome. This leg can be anywhere back, even, or in front. The other thing you can do, remember, is kind of bend your knee like you're sitting down into it a little bit. That's going to get the stretch deeper into the back lower half, like down near your Achilles. Spending some time there. Very nice. And then we're going to take that front foot, the left foot, and bring it back behind you in that clock face. So you're kind of over here off to the left diagonal. And we're going to do those things we did in class. So you're going to sit back, and then you're going to sit back up, stand back up, roll up off the back toe, and then roll down, sit back into your hips. So you can really let your left hip kind of swing out, get a nice stretch in that front leg there, the right leg, and roll down. Here it's a nice place to actually use some real strength in the sole of your foot. So really let your foot kind of roll down and roll up like you're moving with a bit of resistance through honey. All right, I'm going to take one little last sit back here and then come on back up. I'm going to turn the dome around. We're going to move into the pelvic list. So land your right heel, remembering the weight's in the heel here, and you can let your upper body hinge forward slightly. Countertop is so great to take out the variable of balance, so I'm going to do that. And then we're using these muscles here to lower your left leg to the floor and pick it up again. So remember in class, we were doing that sassy hip. So the hip actually, you can see it's hitting up against the countertop to do that, which is a great way to start. But now we're actually just going to try to keep it from swinging out that far and keep it more moving up and down. So you can see I'm no longer hitting the countertop with my hip. Not using these muscles either. All right, so good. All right, and then I'm going to land my left foot on the ground, take my right foot back behind me. Just take a little moment in that where you bend your back knee and pull your pubic bone to your nose. Maybe take that little side bend. Nice long stretch all the way up. Maybe diagonal reach just down towards the left foot there. I'm gonna sweep back up again, give it a little shake out. Come right back into that lunge. And I'm gonna turn to the side. You can stay where you are, just so you can see where we're going with this. So we've got our weight in that left front heel, and we're doing that thing where we're kind of lifting the left sit bone to come down into a lunge. And then press into your left heel and drop your left sit bone. So we're doing that bobbing bird thing. The spine stays neutral. We're pressing into the heel, and we're letting that sit bone and pelvis kind of rise up from the back and then drop down. So then about the fourth-ish time that you're down in your lunge, you'll actively press that heel into the floor like you want to straighten up and out, but you're not doing it. You're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale, start getting that deep curl in the pelvis. Maybe even a candle's breath. Curl your pelvis underneath you and use that to come back up to upright. I'm just going to switch around. So we're going to sink that, bend that back knee, a little sink into it, pull the pubic bone up to the nose, take 3 twists here. So come into your goalposts. I'm going to inhale here. Exhale, start to twist with your, use that exhale deep core to twist you over to your left, the front leg. And then we'll just glide that right hand like you're just trying to reach your fingertips into the clouds there. Inhale, swings you back. 2 more times. Exhale. Maybe you hold over in that twist. Take an inhale and an exhale over there. That's a great move. I'm just going to keep moving it through so this video isn't 20 years long. And then from this last one, I'm just going to open up my arms into that kind of crocodile we were doing the other day. Just because it feels good. Woo! I'm tipping back over my foot there. All right. And then come back up to stand, shake it out. Oh yeah, I feel different on my right side now. So I'm just going to shift it over. We're going to be on the left side here. Get your stretch position here. So you're going to calf stretch for a bit. Left foot up on the dome, right foot is behind, even with or in front. And I'm just going to kind of hang out. You know, you can hang out here forever and just, you know, do your computer work or do some hand stretches, chat with your people. Then we're going to sit into it a little bit. So you're kind of bending both knees and sitting your butt back like you just kind of, yeah, sit into it a little bit. And that's going to get lower down on that foot that's on the dome. All right. That's a good one. And then we'll come up out of that. Oh, no, not, sorry. I'm gonna do this one. You're gonna take that right foot back in that kind of open diagonal. And just kind of take that, sit back, let your right hip swish out, feel that nice stretch in the left front leg. And then we're gonna press into the ball of the foot, roll up, roll up, roll up. And then roll the foot down nice and consciously. Bend the knees, send the butt back. And then we'll rise on up. This one's pretty slow and conscious, like you're moving through honey, especially your foot. Really feel that rolling foot connection. So now it's kind of like this, and now I'm pressing into the ball and rolling, rolling, rolling up. And then the last one, just roll gently and firmly down, and maybe just take that nice, hold it for a moment. Nice big stretch. Now we'll come up out of it. Switch around for your pelvic lift. Land your left foot there. Press down into your left heel. Hinge forward a little bit. And then again, start off with the sassy hip if that kind of gets it into your brain and body, where your hip goes way out to the side. But now we're going to actually see if we can keep the hip from going all the way to the counter. It's more going up to the ribs and down to the outer ankle. And then, you know, take any, you know, I'm only doing like maybe 4 or 5 here, but you could go more. You could just stand here and do them as long as you want. Why not? All right, I'm going to end there. Maybe I just pause here at the end, kind of just holding my right foot as though they're standing on the same plane, but it's all the left hip that's doing the work. Then I'm going to take that right foot back. Again, this is where we're going to do those, I think I did I think I did these on the wrong side last time, but that's okay. You hopefully were doing it on the right side. All right, so then your left sit bone is going to travel down to the ground. Back. Oh, wait, no, I did. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you send the left foot back. Huh. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to turn this way. So now we've got the right foot in front, and we're pressing into that heel and lifting the right sit bone to kind of come down into that long neutral spine lunge. And then we're just pressing into that right front heel and dropping the sit bone down. So if you really want the activation and that foot to core and pelvic floor connection, the whole time you're bobbing up and down, you're going to keep pressing into your heel like you want to straighten your right front leg, but you're not doing it. I'm pressing the whole time. Even as I come up, even as I'm coming down, I'm still pressing as though I want to push my leg to straight. So about the fourth-ish one, you're going to hang out down here, press firmly into that heel. Inhale, exhale, begin to curl your pelvis now like that. Candle's breath, curl, curl, curl. And then drop yourself into that, bend the back knee, reach over, maybe get that nice length here. Oh, I just got a nice little back crack. That's good. All right, and then we're just going to take our twist. So you'll come into your goalpost, straight up and down lunge, curl your pubic bone to your nose, press into that right front ball toe mound, and that'll help anchor you into this. So we're going to inhale, exhale, twist. All the way out. Inhale, swivels you back. Exhale, twist, reach. And 3. Ooh, dipping. Ooh, I'm not gonna go back. I'm gonna do that crocodile arms because it just feels really good. Big reach. Ooh, and come back up. So remember, you can do those one at a time or all together in routine.